So now that we have the video ready, remember we trimmed the video clip and we set the step to every 4 frames instead of each and every 1 frame. So now the software will keep track of time, but we need to let know the software what are the coordinates of every point of the video. So as you can see on the video, in the background is our meter stick, and that's usually what we do with video analysis when we prepare them. So we're going to let know the software that how long is that object on the view. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of things. One is, of course, a coordinate system. So I clicked on this coordinate system here. So by default, you'll get the coordinate system right here. And we can place it anywhere we want. So just so that we know, you see where this segment is here on the right hand here. This is a positive x-axis, which means up here is a positive y, a down is negative y-axis. So right now we just have a coordinate system. We don't have, so I'm going to zoom to fit again. We don't have a measurement of points, just there are generic coordinates. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a measuring stick. So I'm clicking on this 10 here, which is a calibration stick. So I'm going to select a new calibration stick. You notice that there is this blue segment here, which is a calibration stick. So by default, it says 100. So what does that 100 means? It has no units, pretty much anything you want it to be. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to first stretch it and put it on the meter stick. All right. So here we go. We grab one end and the other, and we place it on the video, on the meter stick. All right. So here we stretch it all the way to the end. And now we say that this one is, and of course, to do it better, you have to zoom and see exactly what we're doing. Remember, that's how we reduce errors. However, we're going to save just to see how we make the videos. We can say that this is 1 unit, whatever that unit is. Remember, that's 1 meter for us. All right. So now, if you notice on the bottom left part of the screen, where is a yellow ticker here, there are the coordinates of every point. Now they have changed to meters. So for example, if I place it here, that's almost 0 and 0, as you can see. Okay, so if I place it here, it's 10 and negative 0.05, and so on and so forth. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add, because we have to trace the position and time for every point where the coffee filter is going to go. So we're going to create a storage point. So we're going to create a point mass. We can name it if we will, but we don't really have to. Coffee filter. All right. And now we have to pay attention to this yellow message at the bottom. It says coffee filter selected, set mass on toolbar, shift click to mark. The most important part is this shift click to mark. So we're going to press shift and we're going to click every point where the coffee filter is. If we need to set the mass, by default the mass is 1 kilogram, but right now we're just interested in position and time, so we don't have to worry about that. As you can see here on the side, there is already a graph being ready for us, and the table is going to be filled down here. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to start it. So as soon as I press shift, you're going to notice a pointer to be turned to a crosshair. So you see how it is. So I'm going to click on the coffee filter, and then I'm going to try to always stick to the same point. All right. And I'm literally just going to trace the coffee filter. All right. Every time I press shift, it thinks that I'm. As you can see on the top right corner, we have a graph being formed for us. And there you go, you have 16 points. And here is a rough graph of it. Of course, I did a very quick collection of data, but as you can see, it's sort of a linear relationship. But the most important part is here is the data that we are going to use for whatever purpose to later on. All right, so that's pretty much what you do with video analysis, to just collect the data. And again, here's the data. So now if I rewind it, you're going to see here either on the graph or here. Right now it's highlighted the 0 point, but as it progresses, it will go through every point, and you can see the coordinates of each of those points. And